Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy King Bean, and welcome back to another show, another video, and a brand new episode. And yo, you're now rocking with the best. Word up. Shout out to everybody who came by and watched my previous video. If you didn't, of course, the link's in the description. Get a chance to go click on it, go check it out. Shout out to everybody who came by and watched me live stream. I've been doing a lot more live streaming like I promised for the year, and I appreciate that. But today is going to be something a little bit different. This is where King Bean reviews a movie, and I'm going to review Suicide Squad, as you could tell by the title. And the reason why I'm going to review this movie, and this is the first time I'm ever doing this, and I don't think I'm going to have any spoilers, but if there's a spoiler, I'll let you guys know. Not sure. I'm not writing this down. I'm actually spitting this off the top of my dome. So forgive me for being crude about the review. So anyway, I'm not going to tell you too much about the plot. I'm just going to tell you just my opinion about the movie itself. So I went to go see Suicide Squad last night. And the reason why I went to go see it last night, because I wanted to go see it. That's all it was. Nothing real big about it. But the other reason that I did want to go see it is because I wonder why the critics has been killing this movie and saying the movie's not good. And most of the fan reaction has been, the movie's pretty good. It's not perfect. It's pretty good. It's not a bad movie. So, of course, I go see it. And I think the same way as the fans. This movie is not a bad movie. Now, compared to Marvel Civil War, no, it's not Civil War. It's not even in Civil War's class. But that's something totally different. I'll probably discuss that later on in this video review. So basically, I'm kind of just going to go over the characters real quick. Let's start off with the big star in the movie, not the Joker. Let's start off with Will Smith. Yes, he's the biggest star in the movie. Let's be honest. As far as movie stars go, Will Smith character is Deadshot. And I was about to say Deadpool, but he's Deadshot, and he plays a very good character in this movie. I like this character. You know, Will Smith being Will Smith, he's charming, he's great, he's fantastic in this movie. I think he brings a lot of character to this movie, and you can kind of tell that this is his movie and also Margot Robbie's movie. If you don't know who Margot Robbie is, she plays Harley Quinn, and Margot Robbie is super hot. Yes, I am going to tell you she's super hot. The first time I ever saw her was in Wolf of Wall Street. If you haven't seen that movie, you should watch it just to see her. The movie's good. The movie's really, really good. But she plays Harley Quinn. And if you're familiar with the animated series, you're going to recognize this Harley Quinn. She acts just like that Harley Quinn from the animated series. So that is a plus. She is brilliant in this movie. She and Will Smith chemistry is fantastic. It is those two right there are great. And I think they can really build something with those two characters in this new universe with the Suicide Squad. And I hope to God that they do a solo movie with Deadshot and Will Smith, and I think it'd be great. And also I would like to see them do a solo movie, of course, with Batman, Joker, and Harley Quinn. And to get to the big elephant in the room, of course, is about the Joker. Now, the Joker really is not in the movie that much at all. He's really not in the movie at all too much, but he does make some cameos. Now, this Joker. Now, if you want me to compare the Joker to all the previous Jokers, like, to me, in my opinion, Heath Ledger is the best Joker that ever was. I love that one. Mark Hamill and Jack Nicholson Jokers are 1A and 1B. You can figure that out. They're all great. But Jared Leto's Joker, to me, is not that good right now. It's a small sample size, but to me, it's not that good. And this is what I don't like about this Joker. They bring in this Joker. He's almost like a 1930s type gangster, which I don't mind him being a gangster. I don't mind him being, a mobster that has his own thing, has businesses and stuff like that, but he's just crazy. But the way they build his character, he's a mixture between a 1930s type mob boss and Joker from the animated series. And to me, it seemed like it would work, but it just doesn't work. Now, he does have some clever one-liners in there. And also with this Joker, he's also seemed like he's the type of Joker that gets high all the time. The other Jokers never seemed to get high. They just seemed like they were just sociopaths. But this dude seemed like he would be the type of Joker that gets high. And I don't know. I'm not really feeling Jared Leto's Joker. I'm just telling you that. I'm not feeling him. Other people are feeling it, and they love it. The chemistry between he and Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, I guess, their relationship dynamic, they kind of give a little background to that. If you've seen the animated series, you kind of know how they met, but they kind of let people know, they let the general audience know how they met. So they kind of build that up into the movie. And personally, like I said, it was good. It was interesting, and I did want to see more of the Joker. But this is a Suicide Squad movie. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is when it comes to that. But to me personally, I didn't like this Joker. I hope they kind of revamp the Joker when they come with the standalone Batman movie. And with Ben Affleck, I think he's going to do a great job. And they'll probably fix the stuff with the Joker and see what people like and what they didn't like out of the sample size, and probably refine the Joker. But if it goes on fully, I don't know if I'm going to like this Joker. And he has a very, very, very tough ordeal as an actor to live up to the standard that Heath Ledger left. Also what Mark Hamill does in the animated series, and also what Jack Nicholson did when he did his version of the Joker. I think that's a lot of pressure. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's like trying to live up to the LeBron James and Michael Jordan status or Kobe Bryant status. And you know what I'm saying? That's gonna be hard. That's really gonna be hard. Jack Courtney as Boomerang, he was pretty decent. He was actually pretty funny. And also Makoto, I think that's her name. No, not Makoto. Why I'm thinking Makoto? I'm thinking Street Fighter. Kitana, she's pretty good too. But those guys, I would love to know more about their backstory. And the Pyro guy, El Diablo, oh my God. His backstory in this movie is just heart-wrenching. And that's a pretty cool cat. But overall, the team chemistry between the actors are great. They're fantastic. I think as the Suicide Squad evolves, I think this is a great cast to go with. But I tell you what, Captain Rick Flag, the guy who played Captain Rick Flag, I like this character. I like the way he acted. A lot of people didn't from what I saw from movie reviews. And I'm going to tell you what, Viola Davis ain't no joke. Boy, Viola Davis killed it. Killed it. Woo! Viola Davis killed it. If they would have gave her more parts, she probably would have stole the show, in my opinion. Because she is just cold and ruthless, and she is just badass, just to put it bluntly. That's what she is. Now, one thing about this movie, I really wished this movie would have been more gritty. And I hope the second movie that comes out, I hope it get green lit for a second movie, and I hope that it's more gritty and more rated R. I know DC has been under a lot of fire because of the Batman movie. Batman versus Superman wasn't. I haven't seen it, but one people say they didn't like it because there wasn't enough humor in the movie. I don't need humor in comics. You know what I'm saying? I don't really need all that from a comic book hero place. I want a good, compelling story. I do need some humor in there to break up the drama and stuff like that, like they did in Civil War. That was just a perfect mix of that. But I don't mind the stories being serious and being, if you can say, in a fantasy world, as grounded. But I think they need to get a little bit more gritty in this movie. I think this franchise would benefit from that. I really do. But like I said, overall, I think this movie is a really good movie. I think it's good. It's a fun movie. You can still take your kids to it. You will enjoy it. So it has some vulgar humor in it. When I say vulgar, I don't mean it's like nasty, raunchy like that. But it is kind of, if you got little small kids, you probably don't want to take them to see this. It's probably not for them. But if you're, I'd say 10, 11 on up, go see the movie. It's good. I think it's a fun time. It's not the greatest of all time, especially when it comes out of the DC universe, and especially when you're comparing it to Marvel. And now let me get into my gripes about the critics and why they've been panning this movie so bad. And I think they're comparing this movie either consciously or subconsciously to the Marvel franchise. And I think that's where the problem lies at. And like I said earlier on here in this video, they're comparing this movie. You think about this. Civil War. If you've seen Civil War, you will understand Civil War is a great, great movie. And it set the bar so high. It set the bar so high for these superhero movies that every other superhero movie is going to have to live up to that, or they're going to just get trashed. I mean, seriously. It's going to be hard for them to stand on their own. And also, Marvel has been building up to their universe, and they have been doing a great job with all these standalone movies, and then doing the Avengers, and then now they're building off of the Avengers success and building off of all their solo success to culminate into one big movie, which everybody knows is coming when they go fight against Thanos. And that's what they're building too. So all their little movies that they have are basically like little TV episodes, and they're building up to this one great big crescendo. But Civil War is just fantastic. DC, on the other hand, have a lot of work to do, and they're trying to play catch up with Marvel. And when they're trying to play catch up with Marvel, they seem like it's not, I want to say they're rushing the movies, but they're trying to build so much so fast, so much backstory so fast that they don't have time for it to marinate, because they want to make sure they catch this wave, the superhero wave, while the superhero movies are popular, and to profit off of these movies as quickly as possible. But sometimes I think it may hurt the franchise. I think DC has a very good run with the animated series that they have on their DVD collections or their Blu-rays or whatever you have, or the streaming stuff. They're really, usually their movies are really, really, really good, but it's hard to get that translated into film. And that's why I think DC should take a step back, slow it down just a little bit, do make it a little bit more gritty. I wouldn't mind it being more gritty in these DC movies. I would love to see that. And you don't have to make it all super kid friendly. I know people are going to disagree with that, and everybody want to laugh and joke when they go see these superhero movies, but let's kind of update it. Let's push the stakes up a little bit, DC, and don't rush this stuff. Don't rush it, because if you end up rushing it, you're never gonna achieve the kind of success that Marvel has. You're probably still never gonna achieve the success that Marvel's doing right now, especially since they are just killing it with their movie franchises in this Marvel cinematic space. But like I said, when people are reviewing this movie, they're comparing it to the Marvel franchises, and I think it's not fair in a sense that's what it's been measured against. But again, at the same token, it is fair because Marvel set the bar, and you need to step your game up to match up with them. And DC has some great characters. They just really got to build off of it. And don't stop making Lex Luthor stupid. That's one thing. I know that ain't got nothing to do with this movie. Stop doing stupid things like that with Lex Luthor. Make the Lex Luthor from the animated series. Lex Luthor, in my opinion, should be like the opposite of Bruce Wayne. That's who he should be. He's a smart man in the comics and also in the animated series world. He's a very smart man. So why would you make him crazy and Looney Tune? That always bothered me. That always bothered me. And I think another reason why people are giving this movie a hard time. I'm not a big comic book reader, but if you're a comic book reader and you watch this movie, you already know the backgrounds. You already know the stories of these characters. And so it kind of makes you upset when it comes up on screen. And that I can identify with, because personally, I am a Transformer Generation 1 and 2 fan. That's what I grew up on. Michael Bay, for me, has destroyed the Transformer franchise. And I can't, after the first Transformer movie that he did, all the rest of them are terrible, in my opinion, because I know what Transformers was like. I know what Optimus Prime was like. Like, for an example, when Optimus Prime came in the animated series, when he showed up, it was ass-kicking time for Optimus Prime. The way Michael Bay has him, Michael Bay has Prime getting his ass whipped all the time in every movie. If you don't believe me, go back and watch those movies. You see Prime getting his ass whipped all the time. And the way he does Transformers, he makes it more about the humans than it is the Transformers, and he just destroyed the Dinobots. So I get it. But I get why other people like those Transformer movies, because they probably never was into the cartoons of Transformers like I was. So when they sat there and they watching, it's like, wow, this is a great movie. This is a great movie. All this stuff going on. Wow, the explosions, and all that stuff going on in Transformers. So I get it. I understand DC fans and DC comic book fans. I understand that. And hopefully they'll tailor more to your guys in the movies, but make it still entertaining for the rest of us who are not going to read the comics but want to be entertained by the movie. Kind of give us a good mixture of that. And I think it'll be great. But like I said, man, it's one of those things where this movie, I think, is really just getting judged harshly for no reason, to be honest with you. I think it's a good time to go see it. If you got the extra money, if you got free time, go see the movie, go support it. I think you actually have a good time. Just turn your brain off a little bit and kind of suspend your disbelief and just go and watch it and go and enjoy it. The performances are great. The actors are great. Will Smith, Margot Robbie, you can tell they got good chemistry together. Viola Davis is fantastic. Jared Leto, like I said, he's a pretty, his Joker still, for me, is out for questioning right now. We've only seen a sample size of it. And the rest of the cast was pretty funny, and they were pretty good, man. Like I said, I would like to know more about some of the other characters' backstory that's in the movie. But overall, in my opinion, I'm going to give my rating of Suicide Squad a solid 7 out of 10. That is a 7 out of 10, guys. So, yeah, my first ever movie review. I hope you like it. And, I will try to do better next time. But like I said, I'm just spitting this off the top of the dome. I didn't feel like writing anything. So if you've seen the movie, let me know what you think about it. don't be afraid to leave your comments below and let me know. Oh no, I stole that from Jeremy Johns. Don't tell him that though. But anyway, it's your boy King Bean, and I'll holler at you dudes later, man. One love. Peace.